Hello everyone, welcome to Knitting with Sherri. I'm going to show you how to knit increase two different ways. The first one is the bar increase. You take your working yarn in the back on the right hand behind your needle. I have some stitches cast onto my left needle. Go ahead and do that. The right needle you can just ignore. I was just doing some other work. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your right needle into the left side as to knit. You're going to bring your working yarn through, leaving the left stitch on the left needle, because we're going to, when you increase, you're going to use that stitch twice. So you're going, at least on the bar increase, okay? So you take the needle to the right at this point, and you're going to go into the right center of that stitch into the back. So your right needle is in back of your left needle. You're going to knit it from the back to the front, your working yarn coming through, and that is your new increase. That working yarn there, and you're going to slip the left stitch off, completing that increase. Okay, again, we go in as to knit because we're knit increasing. We're going to bring that working yarn through, leaving the left stitch on the left needle. Leave that one on, and we bring the right needle to the right of that stitch through the center back of that stitch. And you're going to knit it from the back to the center front. Okay, there's your new increase. Take your left stitch off the left needle by slipping it off. Okay, let's do it one more time. We go in on the left side of our stitch as to knit because we're knit increasing. We're going to pull our working yarn through and stop. Here's our new working yarn. We're going to leave the stitch on the left needle on there because we're going to use it twice. So we're going to, that was the first time when you pulled that working yarn through. Now the second time is this time. You're going to take your needle to the right and go through the center back and knit that stitch into the same stitch from the back to the front. There's your new increase. There's your stitch on your left needle. You're going to slip that off to complete that increase. So you always start with one and you increased it to two. Alright, so the next way I'm going to show you, let's go ahead and knit the next stitch off. And I'm going to show you the next one. It's called Make One, and you have a stitch on your right needle and you have a stitch on your left, and in between there's these horizontal bars. I'm going to pick it up with my right needle though and show you. So there it is right there. Okay, hope you can see that. But it's like kind of right in here, and you're going to see it right between the two stitches. Right there. I'm lifting it up. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to make one. So with your left needle, you're always with your left needle. You're going to take your left needle, and your left needle falls forward into the front. So it kind of leans towards the front. And so you're going to pick it up on the knit side. You're going to pick it up from the front with that left needle. I don't know if you saw that. Let me do it more on the camera. Under and up. Alright, so the stuff on the left needle will get kind of twisted forward. So kind of twist it back so you can take your right needle, insert it into the center back of that stitch. Let's see, that was too close again. Okay. And there it is in the center back. Okay. And then you're going to knit that stitch through to the center. There's your increase. And slip the left stitch off that left needle, completing that increase. Okay, let's do it again. We're going to knit this next stitch. Okay. Alright, so you got a stitch on the right and a stitch on the left. You have this horizontal bar right here in the center, right there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can't. It's right here. I'm going to pick it up with my right needle to show you, and then we'll let it go. Okay, so you have your right and left, and in between the horizontal bar or strand, and you're going to pick it up with your left needle, so because it kind of leans into the front, so you want to just go in naturally into the front of that horizontal strand, pick it up, kind of pull your work to the back with your left hand on that left needle. insert your right needle into the center back of that stitch. If your stitches get too close, you're going to have to push them apart. So kind of use your hands to do that. And there it is in the center back. And now you're going to knit off that stitch coming from the back to the front. There's your new increase, and your left stitch is going to slide off that needle. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. Knit the next stitch off. Okay, you have your right stitch and your left stitch. You have your horizontal bar down in here, right here, or strand of yarn. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your left needle. It's naturally coming forward, so you're going to just pick that strand up with your left needle. And you're going to pull that yarn back, kind of slide, because it gets twisted on your needle. You're going to have to kind of on the left side. Okay, pull it back. On the right needle, you're just going to come through the center back of that stitch. Okay, there it is. And you're going to knit it and knit forward to the front through the center of that stitch. And there is your increase. Slip your left stitch off, and voila. You have now done a knit increase 2 different ways. The bar increase I showed you first, and then I showed you the make one. And so on the next video, I'm going to do a combination of increases. So I'm going to... So it'll be knit, purl, increase through the same stitch, and then a purl, knit, increase through the same stitch. So if you want to come back for that video, give me a thumbs up for this one, this video that we just did, and comments if you like, and I hope you enjoyed it.